Hello everyone, welcome to another Sangoma webinar. Topic for today's webinar is Boost Your Call Reports with PBXact CDR Pro module. We have with us Gurveer Gill, Director Sales Engineering, and he'll be sharing his valuable insights on this topic. Before handing over to Gurveer, there are few tips that I would like to share to enhance your webinar experience. To ask question, there is a question tab. You can just press the button, type your questions and send it. We will answer all the questions at the end of the webinar. And to watch this webinar again, we'll be sharing a pre-recorded webinar link to your email, and you can watch this webinar or share the webinar with your colleagues and friends. So now I would like to welcome Gurveer and hand it over to him. Hi, Gurveer.
Aisha, thank you for this webinar. Hello, everyone. So we are here with another good webinar. This is going to be a tech update webinar where we are going to talk about our new module, which is called CDR Pro. We're going to know what this module is. So before we go to the topic of our webinar today, I'd like to talk a bit about Sangoma. Sangoma is a trusted leader. It's purely delivering cloud communication services for the SMBs and distributed enterprises. We engineer and offer our own industry-leading and award-winning services. And also, we selectively partner with leading specialty communication vendors to offer additional managed services. Our customers, they enjoy a flawless cloud communication solution experience, starting from ordering to onboarding to service, and then support throughout the lifecycle of the service. They also appreciate obtaining a cloud communication solutions from us, from top to bottom, all kind of services, all solutions stitched with all features and services together. They do not have to worry about service connectivity. It is supported by the same vendor, by support across the globe, and they have to just talk to Sangoma for all kind of their interaction, ordering, integrations, not just support. So that's a one vendor shop for all the services from a single vendor. That's really a great value and ease of doing business for our customers. Looking at Sangoma today, we know that we are a global company. We have more than 700 people working for us. We have more than we have customers across the globe in more than 100 countries. We have our own R&D and tech teams sitting across the globe. We are listed on NASDAQ, and we are listed on Toronto Stock Exchange. We are a public company. With all the public company comes with a lot of transparency. We have very strong financials, very healthy financials. We have a revenue little over 250 million a year, with an EBITDA of 40 million, which is for the financial year 22. That comes with 18% EBITDA margin, which is very good. Most of our revenue, 80% of it is recurring, so we are very stable. We have a lot of potential, and we are a very strong company in terms of financial. From customers' point of view, most of our customers, they are typically businesses who are working with their own customers. Most of their workers are facing their own customers, mostly communication company, mostly the companies those need communication solutions. We have so far more than 2.7 million unified communication seats deployed globally, more than 100K customers. So now we are appreciated and awarded by industry-leading recognized organizations. We are there in Gartner's Magic Quadrant, Frost & Sullivan's Radar, Omdia, and EMG Group awards. Over the period of time, we are evolved organically and inorganically. We had very good acquisitions, a lot of companies, and that enables us to deliver all kind of solutions and grow in future with the solutions from all our legacy. So let's come to the technical topic now. As I said, today we will talk about CDR Pro module. We'll learn how this module's licensing work, how you can install this module, what kind of reports you can see, what are the different ways to generate the report, how you can schedule these reports, and then we will learn more about some technical features, especially how you can synchronize data, how you can set up the tables, and then other value-added features. Those are coming along with this module. Let's get started. So CDR Pro module is a new commercial module from Sangoma, and it is designed to simplify the call reporting experience for the FreePBX and PBXact administrator. The goal is to provide a tool so that administrators, they can generate their call report in a very simple way, and they should be able to generate very powerful reports. As a PBX administrator, have you ever wanted to get a straightforward list of inbound calls from FreePBX or straightforward list of calls to a particular DID? Have you ever wanted to set up automated daily delivery of all these reports? So this was basically a huge demand from many system administrators. They were asking for this feature. We had a CDR module, and that CDR module was very basic. You could see only base list of CDR list about all the CDRs in a very simple way, where you saw all the list in one go based on some filters. But with CDR Pro module, you will get all those kind of reports in a very simple and straightforward way out of the box. So when we say that CDR Pro is going to give you very simple reports, which means that all the reports that you generate, the one call is just represented by just one record or just one row, right? So previously in CDR module, one call could have been, listed as multiple calls if the call has been transferred, call has been changed, forked out. So with CDR Pro module, we have consolidated all these linked calls in just one conversation. And CDR Pro module generates one record per one call, right? And at the same time, simplicity to set the predefined report. You can just click the type of report you want. You can just click and select the range, the time range or the period range that you want your report for. And you can also get call statistics presented graphically to see how your system is doing at the class, right? And while we are generating this report, you can schedule the same report in seconds so that you get the same report over a period of time on a set frequency to your email or to your storage server or your external application server. So that's the simplicity that CDR Pro module brings in. When we say CDR Pro, you can generate very powerful reports. It means the data, the way, the information that it gets you, the way it gives you the information in an organized way, it is powerful. You can define very precise periods to start your report or stop that report, and you can include the time of day or a particular date, right? And you can generate that report for a particular well-defined period, right? You can generate it for day, for week, for month, or very custom period. All the calls, they are presented in a tabular format. And when these reports are generated, some statistics are also generated along with it. And it can also list the individual records as well, right? So we have all these reports in tabular format, and then we have it in graphical format, and then we have full details if you want. On the top of that, you can export all this data or all these CDRs or reports in the choice of format that you would like. You can generate CSV, Excel, PDF, or JSON, which means that you can use all these formats in various applications that you use for analysis, or maybe automated management information systems that you want. So you can integrate a type of format of report into your systems, which will make it easier to further automate the information utilization of these reports. While we can email these reports, at the same time, we can also upload this report to a specific file storage that you can define in your PBXact or FreePBX system. First and foremost, the licensing. How you get this module? Basically, PBX cloud services that we run, particularly in the United States or North America, we have PBX cloud services available. The CDR Pro module is by default available in all our PBXact cloud systems automatically. Our customer has to do nothing. As this feature is rolled out, it is available for PBXact cloud customers. Now, specifically in our region, most of our customers are PBXact Prem, right? So for PBXact Prem customers, whether you are using PBXact appliances or you are using PBXact as a software on your own hardware or running in virtual machine, as long as you guys are running a valid support contract for your system, for your deployment ID, you will be able to install and run CDR Pro module for you, right? You may have annual support contract of, could be gold, it could be platinum. You also may have PBXact comps, right? Comps is like peace of mind package. It can be any support contract as long as that support contract is active and valid till date. So you will have access to CDR Pro module in PBXact, right? If your support contract is expired, what you have to do is you have to just buy support and renew your PBXact system support, and you can then start utilizing CDR Pro module in your systems. So there is that's something that you be aware of. For the FreePBX, we have just added CDR Pro module as a commercial module. So for FreePBX, it should be purchased, right? And you can buy CDR Pro module at portal.sangoma.com, or you can order it through as a standalone commercial module for FreePBX through the resellers or our channel network. If you want to try this module first, we have a free trial available at portal.sangoma.com as well. So you can have a month or trial of this module, and then you can think of purchasing it. That's how it is available. CDR module is a commercial module, and it is part of PBXact and FreePBX when they are installed with our distro systems, right? Like any other module. And this module is available for version 15 and up. So particularly like the commercial modules, they're not available for FreePBX when it gets installed on your system, on your Linux. So we call it distro. So it is only available for distro systems. Okay. Now I'm going to deep dive a bit into the technical stuff. So how do you install this module? The method to install this module is very similar, like any other commercial module or any other free module. You have to just go to with the GUI, you have to go to admin and then updates. And here you can select modules tab. And when you check modules tab, you have to select commercial and then check online button. You just press check online button, and from there you can add any module that show up in the list that follows, and you will see CDR module there. And that's how you install it from the GUI. If you would like to install this module from command line from CLI, you can just use FW console, our FreePBX CLI, IMEA, download, install CDR Pro. That's very standard process for any module. Once the module is installed, you will see in the report section, in the category reports, you will see two new categories. They will show up CDR Reports Pro and CDR Reports Scheduler. We have full-blown documentation for this module, which is available at our wiki. The wiki is now moved to sangomakb.altasian.net. And in the PBXact section there, when you go to PBXact section on Sangoma wiki, you'll go to commercial modules, and there you'll find CDR Pro module guide. So there is a full-fledged wiki page, module guide, a lot of information if you struggle installing this module. And on the top of that, of course, you will have support contract valid for PBXact. If you have any difficulty, you can reach out and open a support ticket for us as well. Okay, so now what kind of reports you can do with CDR Pro module? When you open CDR Pro module, this is a typical dashboard that you'll see once you click CDR Pro module category link, you'll see this dashboard. So this dashboard has various sections. The first top right section where you can select what kind of report you want. Then you select a period and generate a report. At the same time, you can schedule, you can switch various views. The way it is, the dashboard is made. So when you generate any report, you'll see certain statistics. And these statistics will be belonging to the period that you selected and type of the report. So for all kind of reports, we have certain statistics, those are shown. And then if the information brings value to be displayed as a graphical format, you will see other information shown in graphs. And if graphs are fine, and if you would like to see this in tabular form, you can switch the view and you can see in other views. That's how the dashboard looks like. I will further explain what all kind of calls you can do one by one. So first, let's look at what all kind of reports you can generate. So this is the list of the reports. You can generate a report about all the calls, or you can select only inbound calls or outbound calls. There might be internal calls, missed calls, answered calls, calls to one or more DID numbers. You can generate report based on DIDs as well, ring groups, and queue calls. So you can, and this is available for all the calls, and then selecting the type of report you want. Once you have selected the type of report, then you will select for what period or for what frequency you're looking this information for, right? So the next section, you will select the period. So this period is available just alongside the report type on the top section. Now there are simplified periods listed down there to make the CDR Pro simple. You can select reports about today or yesterday or last 7 days, 1 month, right? This month, last 3 months. That's how you can easily select the standard time periods. Those are regularly used. Or you can use the calendar and you can select your custom period range, right? So you can select a typical time and date. and then until the starting point and end point. You'll select it from calendar. You can generate that report for that particular period. That's the simplicity of CDR Pro. So as we already discussed, the graphical view, the dashboard, when you select this type of report and period, you will see the report displayed as summary and statistics on the top. Certain parameters, certain data points will be shown as a summary, will be just a number, or other information which needs consolidation of multiple CDRs into one representation will be shown in graphs, right? And all these statistics, data points, and graphs, they depend. For every kind of report, these parameters vary, and we show the relevant parameters for each type of report. Okay, so if you don't want to see the information graphically, what you can do is you can simply go on the top here, on the top right corner, it's called switch view. On the switch view, you can, on the rightmost button, once you click that, instead of graphs, you can see the list of all the calls in tabular format, right? And in the tabular format, and that's how it's your choice whether you want to see it as graphical or you want to see it in a tabular format, that you can change if you want with the switch view button. So when we generate a tabular view, particularly report summary is anyway available with the graphical reports and tabular view as well. So the report summary is displayed on the top, right? And you will see most of the relevant parameters, as I said, total calls, answered, missed calls, outbound, inbound calls, internal calls, and then some summary, average time for all calls, average calls per minute over the selected time period. So this is very relevant and very interesting information. And this is a new thing in Asterix and PBXact. We call it Media Experience Score. And we also display the average media experience score for every transmit and receive of media RTP packets for every call. And this feature is added in Asterix recently, in Asterix 18, I believe. But this is also now available with the latest version of FreePBX or PBXact, right? So you can also get average media score statistics here with CDR Pro module, right? I would like to talk a bit about media experience score. Essentially, this media experience score tells you the voice quality of the call. For example, you made 100 calls, and out of those 100, say 5, they experienced some media problem and the voice quality was bad, which is typically calculated, can be calculated using media experience score. So from this report, you can tell what is the call quality for all the calls those are going through the system. And it's very important and very new feature that you'll get with CDR Pro module, right? It's a very good information. You should know the quality of the call before your customers start complaining. This is very helpful. And when we show the reports in tabular view, here you can select, here you can even download or export this CDR, like CDRs of this tabular information rows in your choice of your format. It can be CSV, it can be JSON, PDF, or Excel. It is done on the table that you see there on the top, where this table starts. On the top, you'll select the format, right? And then you can export the CDR in that particular format. So you have a choice of formats, and you can also choose if you just go on the rightmost button here. You can choose what all information, the columns you want to see for your table, right? You can select whether you want to see call date or call from or DID number. You can, sometimes you want very small, very short information, just number, time, or maybe just deposition, maybe talk time. You can select as many as columns you want, the information you want. You can, it's your choice, what information you need for each call. Right here you can select it from this button, which is on the top right here, right? And you can export this data, and when you export this data, all the data is exported, right? But the columns that you select, those columns will be shown here. But when you export this call, this report is going to export all the data, all the columns. So this is how the tabular view looks like, and here you can select, and then also you can search all the report details. So within the report that you have generated, you have the report summary here, certain parameters, and then you have information in table, each row. So here you can also search and find information based on something. If you want to search the results, here you can choose whether you want graphical information, consolidated information, or you want it in tabular form. You can export. For every call, we have additional information available in call details, and then there are certain actions, right? We can, so you can just click on this little I button, which is the information button, and it will bring up a dialog. And this dialog will show all the event data, all the events for this call. And in call center or in telephony world, it is called cradle to grave report, right? A call comes in, it plays IVR, then your call is moved to a queue, then this call is answered by an agent, and then it is transferred to someone. So every call might have a long journey through the system. So all this is basically stored in events. So call event list that you can see right here. For every call, you can just click on this little I button. You can see all the events and cradle to grave report here. By clicking on this call button, the CDR Pro shows all the details, right? So even if there were multiple parties dialed, it could be ring group or the call might be transferred, right? Each of the dial parties will be included in this summary. So you can have call information summary as well. And then this star button shows media experience score. So for every call, if you want to check your media experience score, you can just click on this little star button and you'll find it. In the action side, if the call was recorded, based on the settings, based on the configuration, if the call was recorded, you can listen to the call here by pressing this play button. And if you want to download this call, you can click this download button and download the recorded file for this call. So like module CDR Pro also gives you a detailed information and consolidated information. Well, that was all on-demand reports. And another good feature with CDR Pro module is that you can schedule all these reports, right, to be received either in your email, or they can be also posted to your data store or your file store. So that's another good feature. Whenever you generate, any report, you can simply click. You can create a scheduler for that report by clicking Create button, and here you will select. You can name the report. You can check the storage type, email or file server, file transfer server, or your file server, or your NFS, or maybe as to bucket, or as long as your data store can be added in file store in FreePBX, you can update your reports on a scheduled frequency that data store. So that's another pretty good, amazing feature. Scheduling report is pretty easy. Well, you can, when you generate the report, simply like, here you on the dashboard, if you select the report type, select the period, select all the information, like for example, which ring group, so when you generate, instead of pressing the generate button, if you say schedule report, the system will automatically create half of the scheduler for you, and then you can just name it and save it, and that's how you get the scheduled report, right? You have to select the frequency of the report and you're done. That's very easy to schedule your reports. Any kind of report that you draw, you can schedule it within seconds, within 50 minutes. Well, there are a few technical aspects and technical things associated with CDR Pro module. I just want to tell all the core technical guys who want to look at database level, and who want to know how the information is stored, how the information is retrieved. I just want to let you guys know that CDR Pro module has its own database table, right? And this table is created there in Asterisk DB database that you have. And by default, the CDRs will not be available for the historical calls, right? Whenever you install CDR Pro module on your system, right, the CDR Pro module will start collecting this information from that point in time, right? And from there onward, there will be by default CDR Pro module information or reports will be available. However, there is a possibility that you can sync the historical data with CDR Pro module, right? And this is kind of a process. It takes a bit of resources. So if you have a very large historical data on your running system, we simply what we do is, and that's why it is kept manual, right? When you sync a really huge database and you put the information in a new table, it may take a lot of time and it can create extra load on the system, and that's something that you need to be aware of. So what we suggest is, usually you can sync this, but do it always in a maintenance window, or maybe have a scheduled downtime, or and then do this management. But this tool is by default, this CDR Pro doesn't sync the old data, so seamlessly it will start collecting reports from the point in time when you enable it, right? And the architecture, the table is mostly similar to the CDR and CL table, but it's just another table in database, but it's a separate table. It is called transient underscore CDR. This information in this table is derived from CDR and cell tables, right? So there is scheduled processes the backend that checks the CDR and CL tables, generate the reports, put the reports data into transient CDR table, and then from there on, CDR Pro reports are fetched, right? So here you should always keep this in your mind, that CDR Pro modules are not real-time modules. There will be certain delay. You need, and anyway, this is not any harm. Usually when you generate a report, you have to have some period, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. So these reports will be a little bit delayed from the real time. Like, you can generate a report maybe after 10 minutes of the calls are done. So there is some considerable delay, but that doesn't harm us anyway. It's a full-fledged historical reports, and you will have all these reports forever. In your this data will be available even if you move your CDRs or your CL table. The reports will be available in transient underscore CDR table. FreePBX or PBXact has self-management of this table. You need not to worry about creating this. There is a regular frequency that we keep cleaning this table, and we keep expiring the previous reports, right? Usually 6 months, so we keep data there in transient_CDR as a report data. All these reports are available for 6 months, and then these reports are cleaned. If your reports are scheduled out, if you want to have these reports forever in your system, it's a good idea to schedule all these frequent reports and transfer them to choice of your file system or external file server using file store, right? And that's the best way of keeping these reports forever within your system. Okay, little bit about media experience score. So when you see media score reports for the calls, when you see the details, it will list a lot of variables for every call, right? So by the way, the information about media experience score is available on Asterisk documentation, where you can study it in detail. But yeah, so the media experience store here, they will basically tells you about transmitted packets, minimum received. It generates score, right? So it tells about minimum and maximum, and received and average packets, right? And based on that, it generates the score. So you can go to Asterisk documentation here, mention the link, and you can study more. But you will see a full details of your media experience score, details of the calls. And that's it for today. The technical information. If you need, if you need to be in touch with us, you can follow us on LinkedIn or another social media where we are available. Go to Sangoma International, follow it. You'll get all the latest news, all the latest offers over there. All the news will be sent proactively if you are registered on one of our channels on this social media. And that's the best way of being informed about the system, which is being evolved and new features are added, and then the trends. If you want any information from us, or if you have any query, you want to purchase anything, for example, PBXact support, you want to enable to run CDR Pro module, you have any other query, write to us at apac@sangoma.com. We will definitely come back to you. Now you can ask questions. You can put your questions in chat, and we will hang around for a bit of time here and then try to answer your questions. Isha, just let me know if you get the questions, please. So we have few questions coming in. First question is, can FreePBX CDR Pro help in identifying call patterns? I really don't understand what do you mean by call patterns. If you can explain a bit. If you're talking about call trends, definitely CDR Pro module gives you consolidation of your CDRs and can tell you how many calls are being answered, how many calls are being disconnected, how many calls are missed. Can consolidate it over. You can also consolidate calls based on deposition. So yes, you can, if you can guess certain patterns out of it, you will be, but yeah, that can be done. But if you are asking about something else, please tell us what do you mean by patterns. Okay. So is this report can generate our details about hold time? I would want you to write to us the detailed report you're looking at, and we will definitely check it out, what report you're looking for. Definitely, the hold time is basically if the call is put on hold, and usually this is part of queue reports, not the CDR Pro module reports, right? So we have, by the way, don't confuse CDR Pro module reports with call queue reports. We have a separate call queue reports, right? For the call center, we have a separate module which is called queue reports that gives you the performance reporting of your agents and queues. CDR Pro module is talking about all your telephony, calls, like calls going to the extensions and all that. So call put on a hold. I'll probably just send us an email, give us your detail, and we will come back with this answer. Let me check if we have any other questions. Okay, the question is the CDR Pro a paid module? Then what is the cost? So the question here is the FreePBX CDR Pro a paid module? Well, if you want to run CDR Pro module on FreePBX, you have to buy it as a module. Just like any other modules, you can go to portal.sangoma.com and you can buy this module. For the PBXact customers, this particular module, CDR Pro, is available when you have active support contract for your PBXact system. If your deployment ID have active support contract, then you can use this module. Okay. There is another question: is technical support available for FreePBX CDR Pro? Yes, if you have a commercial module, you can buy FreePBX support. We have pumps. So when you buy pumps, the commercial module support is included in that. So for FreePBX, if you buy pumps, or you can also buy hourly support for FreePBX, and this includes CDR Pro module. Like any other module, your FreePBX support that you purchase is available for CDR Pro as well. There is another question that is, can CDR Pro integrate with third-party reporting and analytic tools? The answer is yes. With PBXact, you have file stores. You can define your file stores, and CDR Pro will update all these reports, whatever the frequency you set it for, to your external server. And then based on your the kind of analytic tool you are using, you can use this report as a data point and can further drive or inject this information to your company's overall reporting system. There is another question: does CDR Pro similar as queue reports? No, CDR Pro reports, as I said, are reports for all the CDRs going through the system. However, the queue module, the queue reports, are the reports specifically for the queues and the agents. They are two different modules. They have two different kind of information and reports. We already had queue reports with FreePBX for a long time now, and it's been used by many call centers already. Okay, there is another question. Can CDR Pro be used to track and analyze call costs and billing information? Well, for that, we have another module. CDR Pro is particularly reporting. It's all about generating the reports. But if you want rating and accounting, we have call accounting module with PBXact that you can use to generate the call cost And the call cost needs actually rating to be done so that you can generate bills, right? So the rating reporting, if you want reports with rated calls, you have to use call accounting module in PBXact. This is not a function of CDR Pro module. Let me see if we get any other questions. I think that's all. Okay, there is a further information available for the question. Call hold means the information which is put, if the call is put on hold by the agent, right? So this is probably, I need to further check whether this can be done in CDR Pro module. I'll check this out and reply you offline. There is another question. Is FreePBX distro free? Well, FreePBX distro is definitely free to download, free to use. That's it. It's freedom, it's choice, right? FreePBX comes with limited functions. Usually, most of our customers they use PBXact. They come with PBXact comes with a lot of commercial modules that add productivity, you know, and value to your FreePBX system. So yeah, you can, well, FreePBX is an open source project and anybody can download and use it. So there is another question. I'm a new user of Asterix. I want to introduce Asterix in Nigeria. Kindly share with me what to do. I would like you to talk to us at apac@sangoma.com. Get in touch with us. We have reseller and partner base in Nigeria, in Africa. We definitely we will guide you how you can start with Sangoma. That's all. Isha, is there any question?
No, that's all.
Okay, I think that's all. And guys, if you have any other question, feel free to write to apac@sangoma.com and get in touch with us. Over to Isha.
Thank you all. Just one more time, a reminder that we will be sharing you the recording link on your email. So you will have all the entire session with you. And if you have any more questions, please, I can see people are writing that what is the contact. Please, this is the email ID, apac@sangoma.com. Write the email, write to us and we'll get back to you. I can still see people are saying I didn't get the contact email. It's just write to us, this one, apac@sangoma.com. This is the email address. Please write to us in the email. That will be it. We'll be again back with a new webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Isha. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Good day.